So this is us, Habit Labs. My name's Jen. I'm the CEO and founder. We're a Y Combinator Summer 2010 company, and we're funded by Esther Dyson, Founders Fund, Dave McClure, and actually I have a super exciting announcement today. We're being funded by Tony Hsieh of Zappos to move the company to the downtown project in Las Vegas to, of all crazy things, try to run a health startup there. I'm the risk-affiliate kind of founder. So this is our team. There's something that you should probably understand about us before we go into our journey with the product that I'm going to show you today called Budge. That is, the Habit Labs team is a group of health revolutionaries. We absolutely believe that each of you has the power to change your own behavior. You just need a little bit better tools to do that. And I'm going to share a story with you about how we're trying to build something that we think will help you. Okay, so yeah, have you noticed that most health founders are like demigods with a six-pack under their Columbia fleeces or Rock Health t-shirts, and you could probably fry an egg on their stomach? That's not me. I have a core like a marshmallow, and it took me most of my life to change my behavior and get the level of health that I have now. I was the fat kid in my family. That's me on the right, which is also the reason that hopefully this talk will not be going up anywhere on the web. Right, Hallie? No. Oh, God. Okay. My nickname was Mama Hippo, but when I was in high school, I had to finish some kind of athletic requirement. To pass and graduate, I had to do some kind of PE. So I figured, hey, cross country. Who can't put one foot in front of the other, right? Bad decision. But cross country actually changed my life. I had a coach named Coach Crafty who would pull us aside as we were, running by him, or in my case, kind of crawling, crying and bemoaning my fate. And he would look you in the eye very intensely and say, Jen, I need one more person. There's your race. It didn't matter if I was the last person on earth and a kid in a wheelchair was beating me. He was going to tell me one more person. Coach Crafty convinced me that my body could do something that I didn't believe it could. And that's what we're building in Budge, a health improvement store where each program is its own standalone app. And the entire goal of a program is to help people like me, like my mom, like my sister, the middle 80, who are not quantified selfers and won't drop $150 on a weaving scale, do something they didn't believe they could do. This is our team, and this is our mission. That's Buster, my co-founder, Amelia, our PM, Adam, one of our engineers. And we're all working together to solve one simple problem. No one gives a rat's ass about your health data. After about 2 weeks checking in on RumpKeeper, it gets really boring, and you can't use it to do something more actionable. Existing health and mobile apps are really good at getting you to do something better that you're already doing. But what do you do, where do you go when you don't know where to start? Well, obviously, we are hoping that you're going to come to Budge. Budge is a simple mobile store. It's HTML5, iPhone, iPad, and will soon be Android. It's in limited alpha right now, where you buy a health program. The whole goal of each program is to help you make smaller, better daily decisions, what we call micro-choices, like, don't eat that. We don't really believe that a lot of the existing health apps are speaking to the kind of middle 80. The Americans that shop at Target and maybe eat 2 or 3 of those donuts are not really worried about eating things that are gluten-free. These guys are still eating things on Wonder Bread. You're probably not going to be like Tim Ferriss and go for 100 push-ups or get the great body in 4 hours. So one of the things that happened when we were in Y Combinator, we were actually the first health company to go through YC. And this was a summer a year and a half ago. Since then, there's been this amazing boom in health and mobile apps. Raise your hand if you've been pitched on a health or mobile app 50 times in the last 3 months. That also helps me identify all the VCs. Hey, to all of you I know, okay, thanks. But more interesting founders and funders are getting passionately involved in this problem. In health, each person is a big data problem. There is nothing more computationally complex and nothing least understood about behavior change than why someone is motivated to do something differently or not for their health. So why the hell did we move to Las Vegas? Well, now we have Zappos as our playground to test with 1,500 employees, and we don't have to go through health insurers or hospitals. Sorry, guys. Here's what we believe that fascinated Tony. We believe in the N of 1. So we believe that each individual user should have a design that's oriented around their baseline, and our goal is to use one person and one program to show a delta in outcomes. We're doing that in 2 simple ways. One, we're launching this mobile application, Budge, which is deceptively simple on the front end and really complicated on the back end. It's taken us 8 months and 5 versions to get to the point you'll see today if you come into our beta. And two, we're enabling you to infect that change in other people, specifically the people you care most about. We designed our invite process so that you have to pick just 2 people to join that program. And that's because we found in our months of research on blood, sweat, and tears that one of the best ways to maintain a healthy change in yourself is to help someone you love go through the same thing. So, Budge, you're going to be able to do something you never thought you could do. You'll notice, hopefully, that this doesn't look or sound too much like a health app. That's done purposefully. We found that health-oriented, wellness-oriented language turns people off, not on. How you get there? It's stupid simple. You pick a program, you get some reminders, you just check in, and on the back end, our system is learning about you over time. It's using Foursquare, it's using Twitter, it's using Simple Geo, it's using geocontextual data from your mobile device. We're getting 133 data points about every user within 4 clicks. Okay, here's what our store looks like right now. You'll see you can meditate, do some push-ups, weigh yourself using partners like Weavings, and our newest program, coded up just for me at conferences, drinking problems. What we actually want people to do, this is one of the core features that I think will differentiate what Habit Labs believes and what other companies are trying to build. We're device and program agnostic. We couldn't care less which app or device you use to help you make a behavior change. We just want you to make it. It's also important that you should be able to play the same program with people that you love. So we have this just check-in feature. You can text Budge, use the mobile app, or integrate a device. We have active data entry and passive data aggregation through our partnerships. And yes, we're launching an API and an SDK. Just check in, super easy. I don't want to necessarily have to launch myself through the web app. I can just text Budge with the activity, and we record it and correlate it to your programs. Budge knows where you are and what you're doing. Could be kind of creepy, except that we give you ultimate control over how we use that data. It all stays within the system. You can only share check-ins at will, not the full package of data, but you're welcome to export it to CSV if you want the whole thing. You're a quantified self, or you want to put it into your PHR. As you can see, I love getting email. I really like getting direct messages. I'm okay with public replies. And I hate phone calls. Sorry to everyone who's ever tried to call me. The other thing we found, healthmonth.com is our existing product, and it's a game. Gamification is overrated in health and behavior change. Its novelty wears off very, very quickly, and in Budge, we found that that point was between 2 and 4 weeks for users that were coming back between 1 and 5 times a week. So we took it out. We just found that simple acknowledgement of a small accomplishment got us a better retention rate. On the average of 66% of users are coming back twice a week, which is amazing considering how early and buggy Budge is right now. Budge, importantly, does the right thing at the right time. So this is a test of that drinking problems app that we launched yesterday, where Buster, actually Amelia, our PM, checked in. Note that not only are we not trying to remove her from the place that is tempting, we're just recommending that she try something different, a different behavior, a substitution. So this is Buster's check-in. 4th bar in 3 days without drinking. Nice one, Buster. I'm not sure I believe that. And this is why I hope you'll be excited to meet Budge and join our beta. It just works in real time. This is April. She's a live user. She lives in Seattle. She loves her husband. She throws great birthday parties. April didn't know if she could do a single push-up when she started using Budge. And she came to the site. Her first action was to do 1 push-up. It took her 3 days to accomplish that. The next day, however, she did 8. She did that for 7 more days. Just today, actually, just on my mobile phone, I wish I could show you, I got a check-in that let me know that April did 36 push-ups today. So go, April. Interestingly enough, April is just 1 user. So the question in everyone's minds, ours included, is does this scale? Yeah, it seems to be working really well for April with push-ups, but what about everyone else in the system? From what we found, this is the only thing that we believe will get mobile health and behavior change apps into the hands of millions of users, enabling them with real-time supported technology and then enabling them to invite the people that they care most about. Because we found that you might not do what you know is right for yourself, but you will do it for the people you love, and you'll do it if you feel slightly competitive. We believe fully in the ripple effect. So have you heard of the theory of social contagion? Raise your hand if you've read Christakis and Fowler's research. Okay, not many. So this is a study that the choices that you make affect the people around you geographically and socially. And our whole mission is to use Budge to make healthy behaviors contagious. How do you make individual health behavior change viral? We've had a bit of experience doing this. Healthmonth.com is live now. It has 50,000 users, 10% conversion to paid. They pay us $5 a month. We also just launched something called Gonna Try, which is a sorting technique for Budge, where you can go now to gonnatry.com, tell us what you're trying to do, give a deadline, get a simple email reminder, and then tell us what devices and tools you're trying to use to accomplish that. And then, of course, Budge, which is the mobile application I'm showing you. So this is me, shamefacedly. One of the most interesting things we found that's happening with Budge use is that we don't even have to give you content related to your behavior change. There's a self-awareness arc that begins to develop in users. You might use Budge to do something super simple, like for me, learn to meditate 2 minutes a day. I really suck at it. Shocker, I do not sit still well. But that drove me to push my limits even further. I've always wanted to try rock climbing, but I've been deathly afraid of heights. So as everyone else around me was doing harder and harder programs in Budge, I figured I had to go for something really big. So I'm actually building myself an app in Budge right now that's a core workout based on a professional climber who lives in Las Vegas. It's taking me about 15 minutes to build. And this is the most exciting thing yet about Budge. Right now, it's a curated app store where we're creating and publishing each program as its own standalone app. But because I suck at coding, we've actually built the back-end interface so it is as easy for anyone in this room to write and publish and launch a mobile health program through Budge as it is to write a blog post. And that functionality will go live in 3 months. We're super excited about this do-it-yourself health revolution. We're very happy to be joining you in it. I hope you'll come see us. Budge Beta. Thank you.